We're going to start out with a body weight type movement, just a pull-up. We're just going to show you some pull-ups that you can perform. For instance, if we don't have the strength to perform a regular pull-up or chin-up with a bar overhead, we can get into a rack and have our feet supported by the ground and just have the athlete pull themselves up, their chest up to the bar in this manner. I'm just going to stand on here and give a little bit of support here. If you have an athlete that still struggles to perform the pull-up this way, we can bend our knees and get more of our body weight underneath us. And again, now perform that pull-up in this manner. Again, we can compensate for the strength level of the athlete by shifting that lever, okay, or decreasing the length of that lever. A little bit more advanced method would be to raise our feet up and have our feet resting on a box. It's what we call a supine row. So it's much like doing a bent over row or some other type of a rowing movement with our body extended out in a supine position. Finally, we can also go to a stability ball. Obviously, when we get onto that ball, it's a much less stable environment. The ball is going to roll around, so now we have to really work the muscles that stabilize our core to maintain this position on top of the ball as we pull up. So it's a much more difficult movement to perform. Again, however, it does allow us to change the length of the lever. We can have more of our body supported by the ball. And for some of your athletes that are a little weaker or not as strong, they can now perform a number of repetitions of this type of a pull-up or a rowing movement, especially if they can't perform any traditional pull-ups or chin-ups. When we do rowing movements such as that, we can not only change, for instance, the environment that we're working on, a box or a ball or the ground, we can also change our hand grip. We can go from what we call a pronated grip, a palms down grip, okay, or hands over the bar, a pronated grip. We could go to a parallel or a neutral grip. We could also have a supinated or a palms up grip and perform these exercises. And how we distribute our hands is going to affect some of the musculature in which we're utilizing. When we get into a supinated grip, we're going to bring our biceps into greater play in performing a rowing movement than if we have our palms down in a pronated position. We're going to take some of the effect of the biceps out of that exercise.